What is up? What is up, guys? Thomas Mesen here. Welcome to Awareness Expanders. We have a very, very special guest today, Mr. Alex Morton, international speaker, author, about to star in a film. Alex has over 60,000 followers on Instagram, over 70,000 followers on Facebook. He was mentioned in Forbes magazine, and he has produced millions of dollars within the industry of network marketing, and is also a $1 million earner. So I couldn't be more proud and honored to have you on the show today. How are you, Alex?
I'm doing great, man. Happy Monday morning. Feeling good, feeling great.
That's what's up, man. Well, my first question will be, I mean, you went to Tai Lopez's house and you asked him, you know, what is the #1 secret for massive success? So I want to ask you, what is your #1 secret for massive success?
Well, I don't think there's actually a #1 secret, but I would say probably the most important thing that people need to really grasp and understand is that when your mind is, when you get your mind right, everything else starts to go right. So I think that if there was one thing I would tell people to work on the most, it would definitely be that mindset and developing, you know, that winner's mindset.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What's kind of your story? I mean, how did you? Because I mean, your story is really cool. Because you said that you were an average person. You know, you went through the motions. What kind of like made that mental switch for you to kind of go to that next level? What was that mental switch for you?
Yeah, well, you know, growing up, I tell everybody I'm from a very small town. I'm a normal kid, just like everybody else. And, you know, growing up, I had, you know, mediocre grades at best. I mean, I was always getting in trouble for, you know, talking in class and not raising my hand to speak. And, you know, I was always questioning, you know, everything. You know, I was the kid in the classroom that, you know, during biology, I would be asking, you know, why we have to memorize the periodic table of elements. In math class, I was wondering why we have to, you know, get good at calculus. You know, in my head, all I was focused on was trying to figure out a way that one day I was going to be able to make money. I was going to be able to become successful. I was going to be able to live, you know, to acquire the lifestyle I wanted. So at about 16, I think you could remember the TV show Entourage on HBO. And I was 16 years old. And obviously, you know, I was drawn to the, you know, the private jets and the parties and the money and hanging out with your best friends. And, you know, I kind of made that mental decision at a young age that said, I don't know how it's going to happen, but one day I'm going to be living that type of lifestyle, being able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, with whoever I want, as much as I want. And then at 18, I left Ohio because I didn't like the cold weather. I went to Arizona State, you know, fell in love with the palm trees and the pools and, you know, a lot of other different things. And, you know, that was my first taste of entrepreneurship. You know, I saw people starting their own businesses. And I was trying to find my way and figure out what I was going to go do. And then I got involved in real estate at 18, and that led me to another opportunity.
That's awesome. Definitely awesome. Who are your like mentors right now? I mean, who are you really just diving into and learning from as of right now?
Yeah, well, I like to always spend, you know, 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night, usually late night, you know, on personal development. You know, I don't really like reading. I really rather watch, you know, videos. And, you know, one guy that I've really been all about, you know, for quite some time now has been Gary Vaynerchuk. You know, just the way he has this, you know, practical, realist views on entrepreneurship and on business, and his work ethic is just insane. You know, obviously now with his daily V's coming out all the time, you know, people are getting a glimpse into, you know, this guy's life. And, you know, he works 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. So I've been studying a lot of his stuff, as well as, you know, the legendary, you know, trainers and coaches, you know, the Zig Ziglars, the Jim Rohn, obviously Tony Robbins, kind of just pulling from as many people as I can to formulate this up here, you know, my mind, and make it as strong and, you know, as strong as possible.
That's awesome. You've spoken in front of over 10,000 people. I know you travel a lot. I see your Snapchat story. It seems like you're traveling all over the place. What is it like? What does it feel like to be traveling all over the world and having that lifestyle that most people dream of? What does it feel like?
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, it's definitely a lot of fun. You know, there was a point in time in my career where I would literally book out like 28 days of, you know, touring for my business. I remember going from, you know, Vegas to Arizona to Dallas to Tulsa to Michigan to Chicago, you know, to New York to Florida, then go over to Europe. I mean, it was a lot of fun. And, you know, now more than ever, I really found myself working more from home, using technology, to my advantage. But to answer your question, it's incredible. I mean, to be able to go to Munich, Germany and speak in front of, 6,000 people, speaking at my home over here in Vegas in front of, tens of thousands of people, it's definitely a rush. And I tell people that the biggest experience, the biggest teachings you can actually give yourself is through experience, and the best experience is through travel. So I tell everybody, go out there, see the world, everything you studied in the history book growing up, go see the Colosseum, go see the Eiffel Tower, go to Barcelona, go do the things to educate yourself and give yourself a broader, perspective of the world.
Awesome. Perfect. Also, I mean, what kind of advice would you give to entrepreneurs that are just taking that first step in that 1,000-mile journey? What advice would you give for that newest entrepreneur to really just make it happen?
I would just say you have to develop unwavering belief in whatever it is you're doing. I think before that, it's very important that, whatever that individual is doing, whatever their business is going to be, it's definitely pulling on, the passion, tugging on the passion card, right? I think so many people, they only go into business or design their app or write that book or get involved with this opportunity just for, financial means and financial benefit. And, money's important. I like money. I like a lot of money. But at the end of the day, it's not about the 6 months, the year, even the 5 years. I mean, if you're not loving what you do, if you're not passionate about everything you're doing involving in that business, okay, you're not going to last. You're just not going to last long term. Steve Jobs, he had the quote that, if you love what you do, you'll never work another day in your life. And it sounds corny, it sounds cliche, but it's the absolute truth. I thoroughly love what I do. So my wish for every aspiring entrepreneur out there is, as long as you love what you do, you're going to be cool and you're going to be fine and you're going to be excited to put in those 10, 15-hour days. You're going to be okay to sacrifice going to the bars or the clubs. You're going to be, whatever it takes. Like your mentality will be whatever it takes. I'm going to build this thing. I'm going to make it happen. But they got to love what they do every day.
That's awesome. How important is enthusiasm and energy when, especially, I mean, because you have a giant organization, in period, being an entrepreneur, it is, very good to have that energy and enthusiasm. How important is that to you to incorporate that energy and enthusiasm into your daily routine?
It's super important. John Maxwell said, if you show me any business leader, any great athlete, anyone in acting or music or, preacher, whoever, or he said any great church, right? You're going to see a leader who's enthusiastic. You're going to see somebody that's full of energy. Excitement is actually the most contagious form of human emotion. So if you're not excited, right, other people can't get excited about what you're excited about. You can transfer excitement through a computer screen right now. So I think energy, excitement, enthusiasm, the 3 E's, definitely major keys to success. And for all you shy people out there, you're losing money being shy. So I would say, stop being shy, get excited about something, and go out there and, crush it.
That's awesome. I know health is a huge part in your life, and I mean, especially for my life, health is everything. What have you learned in the health and wellness industry, just overall health? What do you do to maintain your health?
Well, I'm always working on it. I'm a very transparent person. I'm not going to sit here and lie and BS people. It's definitely something that I strive to get better at on a daily basis. It's like little things like not eating freaking peanut butter at 2 in the morning. I mean, I'm being honest with you. I go to the gym. So one thing I do is, I go to the gym, physical health, and I try to eat a decently balanced diet. I try to stay away. I try to eat a higher volume of plant-based foods, like the black beans, the brown rice, the avocados, bananas, different things like that. I try to keep away from just tons and tons and pounds of red meat. I grew up eating cheeseburgers and steaks, and that was years and years on my health. So now I got to, make up for all that right now. So I like to drink a lot of water. As you can see, tons of water. So I think for health, it's just doing the little things of being disciplined. It's drinking a lot of water. It's eating properly. It's nutrients, and it's also supplementation. When I got first involved in my first company, it was so much about vitamins and minerals and different fruits, different superfruits. So, now I like to, supplement, as much as I can. And, I'm taking natural things that, detox the liver, detox the kidney, it's just good stuff for you.
That's awesome. I think you would agree that we live in a crazy world for most people. Most people don't really see the light. Tell us a little bit about the power of network marketing and how it can really bring the light into people's lives.
Yeah, well, I think it's a phenomenal industry. It definitely gave the birth to so many people out there. If you talk to anyone who's really doing anything of any consequence, usually they got their first bite of the apple in a network marketing company. Jim Rohn was in Herbalife. You know what I mean? So I think that network marketing is it's insanely awesome. I think there's a big skepticism, right now all over about different things. But, as long as the products are phenomenal and you're going out there and it's a product that people actually want, meaning you're going to have lots and lots of customers like we have, this time around, it just makes sense. And, where else can you go to get around winners? Where can you go to get around like-minded people, successful people, people that have made the money that you want to make, that you actually can get mentorship for people that have what you want. I'm a big advocate that, we should only follow people and listen to people that have what we want. If somebody opens their mouth up about being healthy and they're 30 pounds overweight, that doesn't make any logical sense. If you want to go learn French, you're not going to go, ask someone that can't speak French to learn French. So, I think in network marketing, you get around people that are winning, that are successful, that, we can learn from.
That's awesome. What's some advice for, let's say, if I were to join your team, what advice would you give that newest person to be, well set for that first day, first week, first month?
Yeah. I would just say follow the system, follow the people in your company that are already excelling. Someone's already done it. Someone's already standing on stage earning whatever income you want to be earning. And if they can do it and you can find out how they did it, you can do it as well. And, that's what I did in my first company. I found people that were, at the levels of income I wanted to get at, and I figured out what they were doing, and I did it, and I kind of, turned it up a couple 15 notches and went faster. And I just followed the fundamentals and followed the basics and just worked hard. I would tell somebody to be coachable, remain teachable, be excited about this, and understand that this is a journey. It's not going to happen overnight. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. My first check in that industry was $10, and I've gone on to do, a lot more than $10. So it's important to understand it's a complete journey.
Absolutely. And it's really cool to see that you are branding yourself with Alex Morton Mindset. What kind of got you involved in really focusing on your own brand also? What inspired you to do that? And where do you plan to see Alex Morton Mindset go?
Yeah, well, I just kind of looked around the marketplace and I looked at different speakers and trainers and coaches and stuff. And I've always loved the idea of inspiring people. Like, network marketing has been a platform for me to create success and then teach others how to create success and live a more fulfilling life. And that's my biggest passion. A lot of people that are involved in network marketing, they're in it because they love people, right? I was talking to, it's so funny. I was in the sauna last night, 2 a.m. with the guy who's in Amway. And he's like, I use this platform as I use this company as a platform to go inspire, other people and help other people, take quantum leaps in their life. So that's what it is for me. When I got involved at 21, it was all about making money. I made a lot of money. I spent it all having fun. And now at 26, my biggest focus is helping other people, especially millennials. I call myself a millennial mentor. I want to help that 18 to 35, if they're not earning what they want, or if they're not living the life they want to be living, help them get to where they want to go. And, when I speak, whether it's on stage in front of 15,000 or I speak one-on-one with you today, that what's coming out of my mouth is the truth. Why? Because I have results. I don't just speak about theories and whatever I read in some book. No, I'm telling you what I did, what I thought about, with the action I took to create, what I created, and still create to this day. So I just think that I have a lot of value, and all I want to do is give it away to as many people as possible.
That's awesome. I saw one of your videos where you talk about how to get anything that you want and kind of just like switching your paradigm. And you talk about the paradigm a little bit in the subconscious mind. Could you go into a little bit about the subconscious mind, law of attraction, anything related to that?
Yeah, well, I think it's important just to accept the fact that it's real. I meet a lot of people, and they just denounce law of attraction. They denounce how powerful the mind is. And then when someone says things like that, it's like, look at your results, right? If you're not getting the results you want, you're playing in the wrong game. You're thinking in the wrong atmosphere. So I got exposed to that type of information 21, 22 years old, and it changed everything for me. It took some time to get it, but I could go in for 6 hours on that topic. However, it's just important to understand that your mind is two parts, right? You have the conscious and the subconscious, okay? And then that mind controls the body. The body controls the action, which produces the result. And a lot of people, right, in school, they fed us information, knowledge, books, textbooks, guidelines, study sheets. Every time the teacher opened up her or his mouth, all that information, information dumping in your conscious mind, right? So you have all this math and science in your conscious mind, yet the only way it sticks is in the subconscious. And then you take a test, you get your 85%, you go out Friday night, and it's scientifically proven you literally forget the information you just studied. So what the mind, the way to control the mind and control your actions and your behaviors and your results is to get it involved in the subconscious mind. And the only way you can do that is by breaking paradigms. And paradigms, all it is a multitude of habits. Like if somebody that wants to lose weight, the only way they're going to lose weight, they may lose weight for a week or 2 weeks. They may lose 30 pounds, and they'll go put on 35 when they go, oh, I got to reward myself, and they freaking cheat, okay? The only way that person will lose weight and keep the weight off is that paradigm, right? Their habits are eating this and eating that and, eating before they go to bed. And you have to break, the paradigms. And the 2 ways to break paradigms, only 2 ways. Number 1 is emotional impact. Like if you lost your job today, you have a family of 4 to feed at home, right? That paradigm just got shattered because you now have to go make money. You have to figure it out. And the second way, the way that a lot of people, like to follow, is the repetition of information. That's why it's so important. I think, Zig Ziglar said, motivation is kind of like showering. We recommend it daily, right? You have to be always putting stuff in your mind. And if you just focus on new information, it's going to replace the old information. And a lot of people think it's super complicated, it's super complex, but it's really not. You just have to really, get involved with it. And I got a YouTube video on my channel on Alex Morton Mindset for like 15 minutes. I go into that. I draw the diagram. It's all free. It's all there.
Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely link that below, that exact video, so you guys can check that out. Very professional. Alex is literally writing it out on a piece of paper. I definitely have had a breakthrough with, paradigms and the mindset. And I think it really stems on, A, the belief, and B, the feeling, that feeling. And I think a lot of people, get caught in visualizing and doing this and doing all that, but they kind of forget that it truly is that feeling. Am I true on that?
Yeah, it's all about the feeling. I forget the guy who was talking about it in one of these audiobooks, but it's like you have a personal genie, right? You have a personal genie, and your wish truly is your command, and it's real stuff. It's like whatever you think about, it's going to come about. So it's funny, you go talk to somebody who's always negative, always complaining, always moaning, always my boss this, my girlfriend this, my parents this, I can't lose weight, and their life's freaking miserable. Then you go meet somebody who's positive all the time, optimistic all the time, right? And their life's freaking great. Well, why is that? Because everything, like you said, it's the feeling, right? Feel good now. Even when something terrible happens to you, you have to get in a different state immediately to feel good now, whether that's pumping up, music. This is all, Tony Robbins did this in Chicago with a room full of like 15,000 people. And it was unbelievable because we stormed across 2,000-degree fiery coals, and we got in this mindset, we got in this feel good now to where the fire didn't even burn our feet. I had like a little burn mark on my heel. That was it. So you're totally right. You got to feel good now, and you got to feel good now.
That's awesome. And I've seen that. I've seen that big time within the last couple of weeks. I had a coach, and I was like, how can I attract more, successful people that just want to work with me? How do I attract just more business deals and just more of that? And he said, you just have to feel it. How does it feel to have people hit you up? How does it feel to just have your business be where you want it to be? And as soon as I really started tapping into that feeling center, all of a sudden things just started coming out of nowhere. So I definitely love that. And what's also really cool is you're actually starring in a film coming up.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to be in a film. I call it the Secret Round 2, but it's called Rise Up. So it's all about, the conscious awareness and evolution of us, the people, mankind, the human race. And it's really just kind of just breaking all the stuff all these chains you can't see that hold us down constantly. It's breaking away from all these chains and actually going after our dreams and our goals. And it's really saying that, you're worth more than what you're getting paid at your job. You're not following your passion. You're doing this, you're doing that. And, this movie is really going to dive into really going after what you want, rising up, stepping into your greatness, unlocking your potential, and really just making the world a better place. And obviously we need something like that right now with the media and the political debates and just everything going on. And this is definitely going to be a movie that's going to inspire literally millions of people. So I'm definitely excited. I'm excited for it, 100%.
That's awesome. And also, I know a little while back you mentioned about a book possibly coming out. Are you still planning on launching out that book?
Yep. Dorm Room to Millionaire. Dorm Room to Millionaire, Dream Big, Believe Big, and Achieve Big. And that's going to be out this summer. Everything is done. I'm working on the cover. And once that's done, we're going to be rocking and rolling. So it's definitely taking a little bit more time than I thought. Due to some things that happened, last year that I had to put my attention on some other projects and some other things. But yeah, it's going to be a book. I wrote the whole book. There's no ghostwriting, none of that. It's literally me. I literally hand wrote this sucker. And then we transferred it to text, and now we've got a book, and it's definitely going to be raw, real, uncut. And it's going to be, the real story, the real deal, how to literally create your own world. And what I did, what I thought about, different experiences, different success stories, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna help a lot of people.
That's awesome. I'm really excited for that. Can't wait to get a copy myself. Because you literally are the person that got me into this entrepreneur path. It was literally a single video, and it literally just takes one video to literally switch your mindset. And that was with me. I literally watched one of your videos. And, my whole life changed forever. So I definitely thank you for that. And, for anyone that wants massive success, a simple book that Alex Morton is coming out with can completely change your mindset, can completely alter your life for the better, which is amazing. So Alex, we're going to wrap it up here, but where can people contact you? If people want to work with you, where can they contact you?
Yeah, we put together a website that has all my social media handles on one spot. So it's linkwithalex.com. And then from there, that's like the portal to everything else. And, I take pride in providing content on a daily basis. Literally, if it's not a video every day, it's a video every other day. It's a blog post every day. It's an image with some tips every single day, whether that's Facebook or Instagram, Snapchat. I'm constantly, going hard. So you'll definitely get some insider tips. I hang out with some pretty influential people, and I get them on there to share their insights as well. And any way we can help you achieve what you want, that's what we're after here. And so linkwithalex.com.
Okay, linkwithalex.com. We'll have that link below for anyone watching this. My final question for you will be, where do you see yourself in a year from now exactly? What do you plan to do, and how do you plan to feel?
Yeah, well, I'm still in network marketing. I love it. It's my passion. It's my first love. It's like the first time you fall in love, right? Like it is just, it gave me the platform. It gave me the coaching, the mentorship, the mindset, the work ethic that I have today. So I'm always going to be involved in network marketing, you know, I have a lot of loyalty to our team. I have a lot of loyalty to our organization, and I just love helping people. And, you know, it's a great vehicle for where it's like if you get so fired up, you get so jacked up, you still got to go back to your job, right? So network marketing is here. This is your track. This is your pathway you can run on, and you can go do whatever you want to do in your life. And then also, you know, there's 24 hours in a day, right? So Alex Morton Mindset, it's going to be big. You know, it's getting there. It's getting traction. You know, I've been blessed to, you know, be able to, you know, have some one-on-one time with people like Grant Cardone and Ty and, you know, Gary, hopefully in the near future, you know, just people that I not emulating, but I aspire to work like them and do things like they're doing, Tony Robbins and stuff like that. So, you know, seminars, we're having our live event June 24th and 25th in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's on alexliveweekend.com. Tickets, I think we're like 75%, you know, sold out. It's going to be a lot of fun and also a lot of growth. But I just see, you know, this brand evolving into it's just a portal to go impact as many people as possible. It's not just one industry. You know, I've done some coaching calls and stuff with kids, not just kids, but, you know, selling stuff over the phone, you know, door to door, other trainers and stuff like that. So it's going to be a fun ride, man. You know, I'm 26 years old, and, you know, I see this thing going to the absolute moon. So I'm very fired up.
That's awesome. It's exciting. It's exciting for sure. Well, Alex, thank you so much for getting on the show. I extremely appreciate your time, and would love to have you on in the future. With that being said, thank you so much, and have a fantastic day, guys.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me, brother.
No problem. Anytime, man. See ya.
See ya.
Peace.